I haven't talked about the Yacht-Master recently, but I've been wearing it pretty consistently since I bought it last year, and I still think it's an underrated watch. I'm comparing it today with the Batman GMT model from 2018, and I think they pair up well together. They're both 40 millimeters, have bezels, and a Cyclops date window, and they have the same oyster bracelet with the polished center links, but they're different in other ways, which I'll talk about. The Yacht-Master has an all-platinum bezel, which gives it a premium look, but the case shape is a major difference. It has the narrow tapered lugs, and it has curvy crown guards, and the lugs curve down and shape to your wrist. So it makes it more comfortable to wear on my small wrist, and it doesn't sit up or stick out anywhere. The bracelet opens and closes very easily, feels very sturdy. The case is all polished, so it brings out the curves and lots of shiny surfaces on this watch. The bracelet feels very solid. It doesn't have any of that jingle or rattle like the older bracelets, but it does pick up scratches pretty easily on the polished surfaces. The Batman GMT, on the other hand, has a much more angular look. It has sharp edges to the case and a flatter side profile. It has the thicker lugs, which gives it a chunkier appearance, and an overall look is more utility tool watch compared to the Yacht-Master, which is more of a luxury watch. The bracelet is exactly the same as the Yacht-Master, very well made. So next, I'm going to include some pictures taken outdoors of each of these watches. First is the Yacht-Master. The dial is a dark rhodium dial. In bright light, it looks like a medium gray, and it has a nice sunburst pattern. But in low light situations, it's darker and an almost charcoal gray appearance. But overall, I think it fits pretty well on my smaller wrist and is very comfortable to wear. The Batman GMT has more color to it, with the blue in the bezel, and it looks more stable in different lighting situations, although the blue on the bezel does change with lighting situations. Getting back to the watches, I wear both of these with about equal frequency, even though the Yacht-Master is more comfortable to wear and it fits better on my wrist. One downside is the color scheme. It's basically monochromatic, so it has an all gray and silver look, except for that seconds hand and the Yacht-Master script. If I'm wearing a lot of blue on my outfit, I tend to wear the Yacht-Master, but if I'm wearing gray or black, I like to wear the Batman to give it some contrast. If I just had to pick one, that would be a hard choice. As far as value, even though the Yacht-Master is platinum and steel, the Batman is in more demand and more expensive on the secondary market. These scarcity games tend to play with your mind, so even though I like both watches almost equally, the Yacht-Master is a better fit for me. If I had to just keep one, I would probably still go with the GMT instead, just because it's harder to obtain. That's probably crazy and doesn't make any sense, but that's the way it goes. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or requests, please let me know.